The New Orleans Saints traveled across the pond to London to take on the Miami Dolphins in an international game. So we'll start things off first quarter, 7:21 with the Saints as Breeze finds Coleman coming across on the drag route, picks up the first down. And now, later on in the drive, it's 2nd and 2 on the 15. Breeze tries to go over the middle, forces the ball, and it ends up right into the hands of the opposing team. Ray Malaluga picks that one off, and the Dolphins take over on offense. So on their own 24, inside 4 minutes now left in the first quarter, as Tannehill play action fires downfield, almost caught, but instead it's bopped out of his hands and falls into the hands of the rookie Lattimore. Picked off, Saints have the ball now. 2:21 in the first, still 0-0 as Breeze finds Thomas on the curl route. He gets down into Miami Dolphins territory, now 2nd and 4. Play action as Breeze gets sacked by Cameron Wake. He's taken down, forces a 3rd and 15 from their own 47, but Breeze manages to find Kobe Fleener, and he outruns 2 defenders all the way to the house for a 53-yard touchdown. 7-0 Saints, just like that. We now move on to the second quarter. Dolphins with the ball on offense as Tannehill fires over the middle, misses his man, and Alex Anzalone dives for it, picks it up right before it hits the ground. It is a pick for Anzalone, the rookie. But the Saints would not be able to do anything on offense, so Morstead, with a beauty of a punt, some backspin on the ball, it's tapped down at the 4-yard line. And then 3rd and 2 at the 11, as Stupar busts through the middle, takes down Jay Ajayi, and it's going to be 4th down. Dolphins would have to punt. So now Saints with the ball as Breeze fires over the middle. He has Kobe Fleener for a 1st down. He's into Miami territory. Later on the drive, they're down to the 22 on Miami's side, as Snead tries to high step his way out of the tackle into the end zone, but he's stopped at the 1-yard line. Would not matter, though, as Ingram punches it in on the very next play. 14-0 Saints, 2-touchdown lead for New Orleans. And now later on in the second, it's 3rd and 2. Saints predict a run, so they send the house, and instead it's going to be a quick throw to Kenny Stills, who takes it 63 yards all the way to the promised land. First touchdown for the Dolphins, 14-7. Now we move on to the second half. Late third quarter, Breeze rolling out to his right. He sees Coleman coming across the field, and as Breeze throws the ball, Coleman runs back to the other side of the field. So it's picked off by Lippett of the Dolphins. So now 4th quarter action, Dolphins with the ball, play action. Tannehill picks up a nice block from his running back, but Okafor gets right back up and takes him down. Big sack for Okafor versus a 3rd and 17, and Tannehill would once again be sacked, this time by Sheldon Rankins. So back-to-back sacks forces a punt for Miami. And Saints will pick up the ball, 5:41 left in the 4th. Coleman looks like he has the ball on the slant route, but instead it is popped out on the hit. So a punt, and Morstead's punt is blocked and picked up by Exum Jr. He is not touched, so he can get up and run into the end zone to tie the game at 14. Huge special teams play for the Miami Dolphins. And now, late, under 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Breeze trying to drive his team down the field, but instead throws a pick to Tankersley, and the Dolphins have the ball immediately on the Saints' 25-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 9. They hand off to Ajayi. He gets taken down. He cannot get the first down marker, but they do settle for a field goal to make it a 17-14 Dolphins lead. So the Saints back on offense after that, trying to get themselves into field goal territory at least, but on 3rd and 2, Breeze is sacked by Ndamukong Suh, and then on 4th and 6, they have to go for it. Breeze fires to Snead on a curl route, picks up the first down. They have no timeout, so they have to hustle. 1st and 10, the guy to the sidelines is not open, so they settle for another curl route to Snead. And then after hurrying to the line, they get the ball off at the 1-second marker, and Breeze fires downfield. It's incomplete. That is your ball game as the New Orleans Saints blow this one thanks to all the picks from Drew Brees. It's a 17-14 Dolphins victory as the Dolphins improve to 2-2 on the year, and the Saints get handed their first loss as they travel to London. They are now 3-1. Despite throwing for 303 yards through the air and completing a nice 69% of his passes, Drew Brees did throw 4 picks on the day, and that was ultimately what cost the Saints in this loss. So So with that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of New Orleans Saints football. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Quit bitching about your label, cause that's just a cop-out. I'm like the Philadelphia Philly with my stripes on. Freestyle Friday, equivalent to pipe bombs. Quite gone, sipping Starburst till the lights off. My P-cap fitted lets you know I like my dice raw. And like him, you won't see me on late night. My jetpack fueled up, I might take